Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got an interesting question for you. Did you know that ancient texts reveal the belief in multiple gods long before monotheism became dominant? How do we know that? Well, let me introduce today's documentary. It explores the fascinating evidence from ancient times that supports the idea of multiple gods existing. These ancient examples are found not only in non-Jewish or non-Christian texts, but also in the Bible itself. The documentary will take you on a journey through time, uncovering the rich tapestry of polytheistic beliefs that were prevalent during the period in which the Bible was written. Join us as we delve into the historical background and discover how these beliefs were shaped by the cultural landscape of the ancient Near East. We will examine the various gods and goddesses that were worshipped and explore the rituals and practices associated with their veneration. But why is this topic so significant? Understanding the prevalence of polytheism during the biblical times provides crucial context for interpreting the texts themselves. By shedding light on the religious beliefs of the ancient world, we gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges faced by those who adhered to monotheistic faiths and the struggles they encountered in a predominantly polytheistic society. As we delve into the heart of the documentary, get ready to challenge your own perspectives and confront the uncomfortable reality that the Bible does contain references that acknowledge the existence of multiple deities. Prepare to be amazed by the compelling evidence that emerges from ancient texts that predate the current version of the Bible we have today. These revelations raise profound questions about the nature of God and the evolution of religious beliefs over time. Can one really serve the Lord and honor other gods at the same time? What does it mean to worship the one true God when ancient texts seem to contradict these teachings? How did the concept of monotheism emerge and become the foundation of Judaism and Christianity? Prepare to embark on a thought-provoking journey as we uncover the complexities of these issues and explore the multifaceted nature of ancient religious beliefs. The documentary promises to be a game-changer for anyone seeking a deeper understanding of the Bible and its historical context. As we witness the profound impact of polytheism on the lives of those who lived in ancient times, we are challenged to confront our own preconceived notions and embrace a more inclusive and tolerant perspective. Join us and let your understanding of ancient history and religion be forever transformed. Throughout history, many cultures have had multiple gods. For example, the ancient Greeks believed in Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, each ruling over a different part of the universe. Similarly, the Romans had Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto in their pantheon, and many other civilizations had their own versions of gods and goddesses. Now let's focus on the ancient Israelites. At first glance, it might seem like their religion was always strictly monotheistic, but recent discoveries and research suggest something more complex. During the time the Old Testament was written, the Israelites lived among other cultures, many of which had polytheistic beliefs. Let's look at some ancient texts that mention multiple gods. Deuteronomy 4 verse 19 says, "Beware lest you make any gods of silver along with him, gods of gold." This verse shows that the Israelites knew about and possibly even feared the worship of other gods made of precious metals. Imagine a culture where people carried around small idols made of gold and silver, believing they represented real gods. To the ancient Israelites, this practice was seen as a threat. Exodus 20 verses 1 to 3 says, "And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me." These are the 10 Commandments. The first one clearly states, "I am the Lord, your God." Yet there's a hint of acknowledgement towards other gods. By saying no other gods before me, it implies that other gods exist. Otherwise, why would there be a prohibition on having them before the one true God? Judges 6 verse 13 tells the story of Gideon, where it says, "And the angel of the Lord came and sat down beside the juniper tree, and Gideon built an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and passed the judgment against both Baal and Ozial, the gods of Midian." In this account, Gideon worships Yahweh, but also acknowledges the gods of Midian, showing a clear recognition of multiple gods. These are just a few examples from the Old Testament. Similar instances can be found in the New Testament as well. For example, Galatians 4 verse 8 says, "How turn you again to the weak and useless things of this world?" In this verse, Paul talks about turning away from the true God to things like astrology, magic, and fortune-telling. It seems like he's acknowledging these practices as real, though he doesn't specifically name any gods. Acts 14 verses 11 to 12 mentions a silversmith named Demetrius who makes shrines for the goddess Artemis, a major deity in Greek mythology. The text highlights the importance of this goddess to the people of Ephesus, suggesting that polytheism was still alive and well in that region. These passages show that the writers of the Bible, whether from the Old Testament or the New, were products of their time. They lived in a world filled with various gods and goddesses and their influence. Their writings reflect this reality. But wait, you might be thinking, wait a minute, aren't these texts supposed to tell the story of one true God? That's a great point. It brings us back to the central question: how do we understand these seemingly contradictory references to multiple gods within the context of monotheistic religions like Judaism and Christianity? Some people believe that these references should be ignored or dismissed as irrelevant. Others argue that they need to be carefully studied and understood within their historical context. Archaeologists and some scholars are working hard to learn more about what people believed in the past and how they practiced their religions. They want to understand what these ancient people really meant when they talked about gods, because what we consider paganism today wasn't necessarily seen as such back then. By learning more about the gods mentioned in the Bible and in other ancient texts, we can better understand the world in which Jesus and his followers lived. This helps us learn more about what they really meant when they talked about God. What do you think? Does this change the way you see the Bible? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this eye-opening journey through ancient texts that revealed the belief in multiple gods long before monotheism took center stage. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like and share this video with others who might find it intriguing. Dive deeper into the historical records by researching the ancient texts we discussed. You'll find a treasure trove of knowledge waiting to be uncovered. For more videos on ancient religions or the evolution of biblical narratives, check out other videos. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and above all, keep seeking understanding as we unravel the mysteries of our past together.